Right. So hope my screen is visible for all of you, and my audio is audible, is clear for all of you. So we'll start the session today. Right. So today I'm going to discuss uh, why AngularJS, and we'll discuss some examples of AJS. And these examples I'm going to discuss about real time only. So every session, whatever the examples I'm going to discuss you from each topic will be real time examples. So real time examples means I'll be taking some case studies from all the websites which are available on internet, from those websites wherever AngularJS implemented. So we are going to discuss those examples. Is it okay, all of you? Right. So now basically, why AngularJS? So first of all, we'll understand what is AngularJS. So this is a question of concern. So the simple definition for AngularJS is AJS is client-side JavaScript framework. So AJS is a client-side JavaScript framework, and what is the use of AngularJS? So AngularJS main use is to develop dynamic web applications. The main use of AngularJS is developing web applications. Right, so we call AngularJS as UI technology. Right, so UI technology means it is a technology which is used by clients for developing websites. Okay, so it is a technology used by clients for developing front end for web applications. So web applications means websites. So whenever you are developing any website, the front end for that website, okay, is developed using UI technology. Okay, so the commonly used UI technologies are HTML, CSS, JavaScript. So these are the three basic UI technologies using which we develop UI, user interface. So UI stands for user interface. Okay, so user interface for your website is developed using UI technology, HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Right, so HTML mainly concentrates on how to display data or information in a web page. Once again I'll repeat, HTML is mainly used how to display the data or information in a web page. Okay, so CSS, coming to CSS, the main purpose of CSS is to make your HTML data more stylish, colorful and interactive. Right, all of you, to make your HTML data more stylish, colorful and interactive, we use CSS. Right, so HTML and CSS does not have programming capability. For example, if you want to perform A plus B or 10 plus 20 in web page, this is not possible. It will display as it is. So for this we have to use JavaScript. Is it okay, all of you? For this we have to use JavaScript. So JavaScript provides programming in web page. Right, so JavaScript provides programming in a web page. So this is what is HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Now coming to AngularJS. So why we have to use AngularJS? So what are the advantages of AngularJS? One, we can develop a front end for web application, simple and easy. Two, we can develop a front end for web application very fast development. And three, we can develop front end for web page, less number of coding lines. So these are the three main basic reasons why we prefer AngularJS when compared to other scripting languages. Simple and easy development, fast development, less number of coding lines development. Is it okay all of you? And that is the reason why we prefer AngularJS when compared to other UI technologies, JavaScript UI technologies. Okay, so what are the other JavaScript technologies? One, we have jQuery. Two, we have React.js. Three, we have Vue.js. Four, we have Express.js. Five, we have other scripting languages like Bootstrap, JS, etc. So when we have all these client-side JavaScript frameworks, then why we have to go for AngularJS? Okay, the three reasons are: one, simple and easy development, fast development, less number of coding lines. That is the reason why we prefer JavaScript when compared to other scripting languages. Right. So now let us understand in what are the different situations, okay, of using AngularJS in web application development. Okay, so I can call it as different cases of AJS. Okay, one, single page application. So if you want to have a single page application, then we can go for AngularJS. So the best example for single page application is Gmail. In Gmail, you will have only one page. In that one page only, will do everything. In that one page only will do everything. So you will have inbox, compose, outbox, sent items, folder, everything in a single page. So this is the best example of single page application, Gmail application. Is it okay of you? So Gmail application, or you can call it as something like Yahoo application also. On one page only will do many things. Right. Next, the second use of using AngularJS is, the best one is filters. We have search filter, we have sort filters, very important filters. Very simple and very easy. We can use these filters in web application development for front end. So for example, I'll just open the internet. Right. So I'll go to one website in the Chrome browser, www.flipkart.com. Right. Right, in this Flipkart website, I'll be going to mobile section. The page is getting downloaded for mobile section. Right. So in this mobile section, okay, right, if you see on the left side, we have some options on the left side, right. On the left side we have some options. I hope it is visible for everybody. Like we have something like search brand, MI mobiles, Samsung mobiles, Realme, Honor, all these mobile brands. For example, if I click on MI mobile, your complete mobile data will be filtered and only MI mobiles will be available. And if I click on Samsung mobiles, only Samsung mobiles are visible. If I click on Oppo mobiles, only Oppo mobiles are visible. Right, so I'll show you this live example so that you'll get a clear understanding for all of you. So now I'm going to click on MI mobiles. Right, so now we can see only MI mobiles which are visible on the web page. Right, all of you? Right, now I'll click on clear all. So we have one option here, clear all, this option. So when I say clear all, whatever the filter which is applied on all mobiles will be removed. So I'll say clear all. Right, now you can see all the mobiles from different brands. For example, see here, I can view Redmi Note 7. I can also view Realme 3. So this is from MI and this is from Realme. So all brands mobiles are visible initially. Next, I'll try to select something like what is the minimum value of the mobile. I'll say 10,000 and maximum value is something like 30,000. Right, so this is my price range. Okay, range filter. This is called as range filter. 10,000 to 30,000. So I should get mobiles whose value is between 10,000 to 30,000. Right, so you can see here the first one, Redmi Note 7, it is 11,999. Okay, and the next one is 10,999. So it is between 10,000 to 30,000. And the next one is again 10,000, 11,000, 11,999, 13,000, and we also have 16,000. So these two price range, in between the price range 10,000 to 30,000. Right, similarly we also have 12,499. So all the mobiles in between the range of 10,000 to 30,000. So we also have 21,000, we also have 20,999. Right, so technically this is called as range filter. Okay, so this one we can also call it as search filter. In search filter, this is a special case wherein you call it as a range filter. Right, now coming to the sorting filters. Right, so how sorting filters are done? Very simple and easy in AngularJS. So that is a concern now. So let us take an example of Flipkart only. In Flipkart, I'll show you how to apply sort filter. For example, here I'm going to apply sort filter, price, low to high, high to low, newest first. Okay, right, so I'll say low to high, first option, low to high. So you can see all the mobiles here whose price is in between 10,000 to 30,000 in the ascending order. So you can see 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, 10,042, 10,049. So 10,000, 10,000, so on. So all these prices are in ascending order. Next, I'll click on high to low, the second option. Now if you can see, high to low is activated or highlighted. So we should have 13,000, 13, 13, 12,999. So the previous one is 13,000 and this one is 12,999. Right, so it will be in decreasing order. It will be in decreasing order. So this is called as sort filter, sorting the objects or sorting the elements or sorting the data in a web page. Now this is done purely in the client side. So these filters are applied in client side only. Right. So these can be done very simple and very easy in AngularJS. Search filter and sort filter. Right. And next thing, we can also perform reusable services. Now this is a little bit technical topic. What is this reusable service? So reusable service means we have to write the logic once. We can use it in any module of our web page. Write once and use anywhere. So this is reusable services, and these reusable services are also done very simple, easy and less number of coding lines. This is the advantage, okay, of AngularJS. Right. So these are the three main uses and 4 events. So we can also perform different types of events, like we can perform click event, we can perform focus, blur, mouse on, mouse out, mouse in, all these types of events very flexibly using AngularJS. So this is one of the reason why we use AngularJS or where we use AngularJS. Right. And next thing, why we have to use AngularJS? Testing. For example, if you want to do testing on AngularJS web page, we have some third-party JavaScript library like Jasmine or Karma, using which we can do unit testing very easily on AngularJS web applications or web pages. So these are the different cases of AngularJS, like single page application development, filters, reusable services, events, testing, and all these things. Okay, right. So like this, we have many reasons why we have to use AngularJS, okay, when compared to other scripting languages. And next thing, the main important reason why we use AngularJS to develop a web application is your very important one, data binding. Right, so this data binding feature is very important feature which helps us in performing different dynamic updation of data. So using data binding, we can perform dynamic data updations. Right, so dynamic data updations. So this data binding features was first time introduced in AngularJS and it became highly successful. Highly successful means highly successful in client-side web application development. So I'll show you one small example how this data binding feature is implemented in AJS. Right, so I'll take a new page in my Notepad++ editor. Okay, and I'm going to write one small comment here, data binding in AngularJS. Right, so I'll click on, right, I'll make a small HTML code, HTML opening, HTML closing, head section opening, head section closing. So under the head section I'll write one small title, data binding, close the title. Right, so I'll write the script source and I'm going to use AngularJS library. Now how to download this library, how to use this library, I'm going to discuss from the next session. As of now, this is just a small example to make you understand what exactly is this data binding feature which was introduced for the first time in client-side JavaScript framework and how it became highly successful in the market with respect to developer point of view as well as end user point of view. Right. So next we'll write one body section, close the body. So under the body section I'll take one small heading, h1. I'll write here data binding in AngularJS. Close the h1 and take one small horizontal line. Now I'm going to save this program. Right, click on save, Control S. So I'm going to save this program in G:\AngularJS online. So this is my folder AngularJS online in G:. So I'm going to save almost all the examples here unless and until we are working on server side technology like NetBeans, Eclipse or MyEclipse. Right, so under this I'm going to save this as sample2.html. okay, sample2.html. and also I have this library available in my working directory and the library is Angular. It's a JavaScript file. It is already available in my folder, working directory, AngularJS online folder. Right, now click on save. Right, if you can see the colors also changed in the Notepad++ editor. Right, now in Notepad++ editor we have a small option here, run. Right, just click on run and say launch in Chrome. This option. Automatically the browser will open and you can see the view. Data binding in AngularJS. Right, now I'll take a small field set for our form and I'm going to take one form input field inside this field set. Like I'll take something like enter your name. Right, I'll take one input field, input, type equal to text, name, you can give any name, value, you can give any value, but I'm not going to use this name and value because I'm not going to submit the data to the server. Okay, so name, value, that's it. And I'll take break lines, 2 break lines. Right, let's check whether this is getting displayed properly or not on the web page. Save this, come to the browser and simply say refresh. Enter your name. Yes, absolutely, it is displayed in a proper way. Now I'm going to enter my name here, something like Sai Ram. So when I enter the name here, at the bottom I should get the message, welcome Sai Ram to AngularJS classes. Okay, so I should get the welcome message here down. I should get the here welcome message. right? So it should give welcome Saira. So for this, I'm going to use AngularJS binding expression. So let's get back to the code. In the code, I'll write something here. After the breaks, I'll write one span tag, and I'm going to display one message here with uname and close the span, right? And I'm going to display the message also, welcome uname. So what I'm going to do is, I want to display this uname dynamically as and when I'm typing in the input text field. So for this, I'll use one special attribute ng model as uname. Ng model as uname. So whenever I give input in the text field, automatically uname keep tracks of that, and that will be displayed as a welcome message. Okay, and let's get back to the browser and simply say refresh here. Right, so when I say refresh, right, so but still I'm not able to view this because uname is displayed same as it is, like a binding expression. It is displayed as it is, like a regular text in a web page. So what I will do is, I'm going to add one special attribute to body, which is nothing but ng app. I'll add one special attribute to the body, which is nothing but ng app. Now when I add ng app, browser understand this is not a HTML attribute, then it should be some third-party attribute, and that third-party attribute is AngularJS attribute, and the third-party attribute will be AngularJS attribute. So ng app indicates it is a starting point for our AngularJS. ng app indicates it is a starting point for our AngularJS in a web page. Now come to the browser and simply say refresh. Now come to the browser and say refresh. Yes, still it is visible as it is. Let's check what is the issue with this. Okay, here we'll save this. We'll say refresh. Yes, so we could not save it properly, that's why it was displayed as it is. Now here we don't have anything under the binding expression. Now I'll type something here in the text field, and let's see what happens to the span text. I'll type here Sai Ram Kumar. It is displayed as it is. Yes, it is displayed as it is. Now remove that Kumar, K-U-M-A-R. Automatically it will be deleted from the welcome message also. Similarly, remove this completely, delete. The complete message will be deleted at a time. Now type another name, something like A-L-I, Ali. So automatically Ali will be displayed. Right, so I got your question, Sushil Agarwal. Yes, we can also do this with button click. Right, I'm coming to that point only. We can also do this with button click. Right, so when we do this with button click, the problem is we have to write a JavaScript code for that. But here we don't have any JavaScript code. I don't have any click event. I don't have any JavaScript code, but still I'm able to perform this operation dynamically using just 3 words. The first word is ng app, and the second word is ng model, and the third word is your binding expression. Right, so I'll just take a new page and explain you in detail ng app. So ng app indicates it is something like starting point for our AngularJS in a web page. And next, ng model. So ng model is used for binding input element with data. So whenever you write something in the input field, automatically it will be recorded in the variable, and that variable we are using for display as uname in binding expression. This is used for display purpose. I hope all of you got this right. So here ng app starting point, ng model binding expression, uname. So this uname indicates for display. So just 3 words we are using here. Only 3 words. Okay. No click, no JavaScript, but we are getting dynamic update of data. So this feature is called as data binding feature in AJS. So this was first time introduced, and it became highly successful in client-side JavaScript framework. So I'm going to explain this data binding feature in detail in the coming sessions with different examples. So I'm going to take many examples on data binding feature, and I'm going to explain you this in the coming sessions. Next, like for example, I'll go to one website in the browser, www.icicibank.com. Right, in this website I'll go for some products. Under products I'll go for car loan. Right, so products, under products I'll go for car loan. Right, so products, car loan. Right, so I hope all of you can view this car loan application. So this car loan application, what you see here, right, so know your EMI based on your input. Know your EMI based on your input. So here we have the input value of 2,90,000 is my car loan, tenure 36 months, rate of interest is 7.5%. Every month EMI is 9,328. So this calculation we can do in AngularJS through JavaScript, and we can update this in the page directly without sending any request to the server. So we can reduce the burden on the server also. For example, see here all of you, I'm changing the input field. I hope all of you it is visible. 8 lakhs, EMI is 27,000. Right, see here I have taken 8,60,000 automatically the monthly EMI is 27,651. Right. Now I'll make it up to 10 lakhs. So when I'm taking this as 10 lakhs 41,000, automatically the EMI is updated to 33,472. Right. You can take up to 20 lakhs. So when you can take this to 20 lakhs 88,000, automatically EMI is updated to 67,131. So what exactly is happening here? Right. So in this application, car application, EMI calculator, okay, it is purely developed in AJS using data binding feature. Right, so this EMI calculator is developed in AngularJS using data binding feature. So this data binding feature was first time introduced in AngularJS, and this became highly successful in the market. Data binding feature. It is very important feature which helps in developing dynamic web applications in our websites. Right. So I have many queries from your side. So before I wind up the session for today, okay, why AngularJS? What are the different uses of AngularJS? And what are the different cases where we use AngularJS? So these things I have explained you today, right? And if you have any queries, like you can put me a message on the chat window one by one. So I'll start from Sushil. Right. So Sushil Agarwal, you can put your message on the chat window. I'll start from Sushil. Yes, Sushil Agarwal, you can put your right. I got your sir. How is it increasing EMI? Please explain in detail. Yes. So here internally we have one small event which is associated with that, and that event is done with data binding feature using controller functions. So we are going to discuss that in controllers in detail, how to change that value dynamically in a web page. We'll discuss that in controllers chapter of AngularJS. Right. Next, Rajesh. So how much cost for these classes? Yeah, Rajesh, you have to confirm this with the Durgasoft online team. Okay, what is the cost of the fee and payment options? Right. Still anyone? Okay, right. I got a question from Vivek Jain. What are the prerequisites of AngularJS? As it was my first time interaction with AngularJS. Okay, the prerequisites for AngularJS are HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And if you don't have any knowledge on these three technologies, no issues, no concern. I'm going to discuss this in each and every topic: HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So nothing to worry about that. Right, Vivek, I hope your question is answered. Right. Next, any other question? Like Padmaja, do you have any question? Padmaja? Right. Niharika, do you have any question? Okay, right. So Niharika does not have any question. That's good. Okay. Right. Vivek asked me one more question. Will you provide the recorded videos of this session? Absolutely. Every video will be recorded, and that would be given to you by Durgasoft online team at the end of the course. So every session will be recorded and it will be provided to you. Right. Next, Mukram, Muhammad Mukram, do you have any queries? Muhammad Mukram. Right. At Muhammad Mukram. Muhammad Mukram. Right. It is muted from your side only. Muhammad Mukram. You can just unmute that. It is muted from your side only. Right. Next, Rajesh. Do you have any queries? Rajesh. Any queries from your side? Sushil. Vivek. If you have any queries, you can put me on the chat window. Right, so Padmaja, like these are for demo sessions for us, okay? Like from Monday, if you have any queries related to the subject, you can put a mail to us. We'll be recording everything and we'll put a mail to you. Yes, like course content will be provided to you by Durgasoft online team, and you can just put a mail to Durgasoft online team. They'll give you the course content. Vivek. Yes, see whatever the recordings are available, the complete recording material will be given to you. And course content will be given to you by Durgasoft team, online team. Right, like Padmaja, for yesterday's basic programming, I haven't received that mail as you said for practicing that. Absolutely, Padmaja will be sending you all the necessary things. So still now I did not start anything. These are just demo sessions where I am giving you a small brief or something like small abstract on AngularJS. Right, Mukaram, do you have any queries? Next, Niharika. Right, so I got a question from Padmaja. Do we have classes on Sundays? No, Sundays we are not going to have classes. Sundays is off for us. So Sunday we are not going to have a class. It will be off for us. Right, Padmaja? Okay. Right, still anybody? Vivek? Any queries from your side before we wind up the session? Rajesh, any queries from your side? Right, it's okay, Vivek. Welcome. Rajesh, any queries? Right, Mukharam, any queries? Niharika, any queries? Right, thank you, Niharika. Rajesh, any queries from your side? Right, Mukharam, any queries? Muhammad Mukharam. Right, so Mukharam asked me which IDE we'll be using during the course. So basically I'm going to use Notepad++, and when I discuss server-side technologies, I'm going to use NetBeans or Eclipse, and I'm going to use Visual Studio. So NetBeans and Eclipse, I'm going to use it for Java project or PHP project, and PHP, not project exactly, it is example case study, and I'm going to use Visual Studio for .NET case study. Is it okay, Mukram? Right. So shall we wind up the session today? We'll meet up. Right. I got one more query. Is TypeScript introduced in this? No, no. Right. So Niharika, this is purely JavaScript. TypeScript is not introduced in this. This is purely JavaScript. Right. I got a question from Padmaja. As I joined course already and very new to AngularJS for Sunday. WA. What would you suggest to do? Okay, right. See, it's very simple. This first Sunday, you can just relax. From Monday to Saturday, I'll be giving you many homeworks. You have to do that on Sunday, and you have to put me on our Facebook group also. I'll introduce to our Facebook group also. You can put your content there. So this first Sunday, you can just relax, all of you. From Monday onwards, I'll give you many assignments. You have to do that assignments and you have to post that in our group. Right. Still any other queries? Vivek, Niharika, Mukaram, Padmaja, any other queries from your side? So right, we'll wind up the session for today. We'll meet up on Monday. So Monday sharp 8 p.m. So Monday I'm going to start with the syllabus. Start with AJS syllabus. Is it okay, all of you? Right. So bye Mukram, bye Niharika, bye Padmaja, bye Vivek. So happy weekend for all of you. Enjoy your weekend. We'll meet up on Monday 8 p.m. So thank you all of you. Have a nice day. Good night. Happy weekend for all of you. Carry on. Thank you all of you. Right, I'm just ending this session. We'll meet up on Monday. Right. So Rajesh will meet up on Monday. If you have any queries, you can put a message to me. Rajesh, are you able to hear me, Rajesh? Right, Rajesh, are you there? Right, Rajesh, we'll meet up on Monday 8 p.m. Till then, goodbye, good night, all of you. So I'm winding up the session for today, guys. Thank you. Have a great day. Happy weekend for all of you. Right, thank you, guys.